welcome to today's video. This is the third in the series in an ode to summer makeup, wherein we're not as finished, we're not as, well, finished. It's more casual, but it's still there, and it should look easy. We want to look like summer, easy, breezy, everything's delightful. I just put on a little bit of blush, or even better, I am not wearing any makeup at all. Now, I am wearing makeup. I already did my foundation and I already did my concealer. The first video that I did, lips only, and the second one, bronzer only, and this is blush only. Now in the first, I went into detail about how I was doing my foundation so it really looks like skin. I'm not getting as much coverage, but I'm looking as natural as possible, and it looks like all I'm wearing is lipstick. And I show you how I do my foundation. I'm going to post that video right here, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of B-roll. I put on a different foundation today. I did the Prism Libre from Givenchy and the Prism Libre concealer. I'm using this brush from Refer. It's a brush from their concept store called B40 or B04. And I am loving this brush. And I did a video on that as well, but I'm still loving it. And then I went on with the concealer. Now in the first video, I mixed my concealer with the Dermatology Advanced Eye Cream, which is my eye cream. It's very, very light. And I did that because I oftentimes find if I go lighter with foundation and go on with my usual concealer, it looks very heavy under the eyes and looks obvious. Today, I cut it with my concealer, my foundation. So I took whatever was left of my hand and mixed a little bit of the concealer and put that under the eyes, so I don't have full coverage, but it does look fairly natural. Now, when I was thinking about doing this video, I felt like I could do 4 of them where it's blush only. I could do a lilac lavender, which you know I just love. If you've been here before, I'm totally into those tones. I could do something very neutral. Patrick Ta makes a couple of very neutral blushes that I could use for something like that. I could do something really deep and dramatic, more of a fall look. But I happened to be playing around a couple of days ago, and I pulled out my Danessa Myricks. You do not have to do it with this palette. If you have a face palette, you could do that, but I really enjoyed what I got out of this one. Now, it was probably a week ago that I was playing around with this, and I was inspired by something I got from Chanel in an email, and it was actually their fall-winter look, but I felt that it could really work well in the summertime. I love the way this smells. Such a glory. So I've done my foundation just a few minutes ago, but since I'm going on with creams, I don't feel like I need to wait for a long, long time. So I'm going to go in here. So this is the cream. The big pan is the cream, and the small one is the powder. And this might be too dark, so let me just go back into this one and just kind of mix them up. And I can tell what I'm going to get on my hand. So let's lighten it up a little bit more. I'm going to go in with this one. And hope for the best. When I see the brush has a little bit more in one area, like down here, take that off here. And I also said in my first video that just because it looks easy and breezy doesn't mean that it necessarily is fast. I think that's oftentimes the case. When you want to look like you're not wearing much, it takes a little bit more finesse, a little more blending, a little more thoughtfulness of what colors you're going to use and where you're going to apply them. So I'm doing a light hand. I'm not sure if this is going to translate. In real life, I feel like I don't want to go any more than this. And this is the Refer 37. I have to take a lip break. I'm using this thing called Remedy that I was sent. It's just called Remedy for dry lips, and I love it. I'm just keeping it in here, and I put it on the Thor matte or after a matte. I recently got a new lip liner that is so dry that I'll do the lip liner and do this on top. If you're new here, I drop things. Every video I drop things. Now obviously you can look at me and think, that doesn't look like a finished look. This can't be everything. it's not. I'm going to go on with some other colors. And again, as I said, the idea, the concept for me initially was do the same color everywhere. You can do the same color on your lips, on your eyes, and on your cheeks. But I have found that products that are made to do that, and there's plenty of them, usually are only good 2 out of 3. And if it's something for cheeks and lips, usually it's fine on one and really not on the other. For instance, it's very drying on the lips, but looks great on the cheeks. That's kind of a commonality here. You could do this with powder, and with powder, you could put on something like the Remedy or any balm, and then put your finger in the powder and then dot on. And you will be able to do your blush all over, and it can be quite lovely. Find the color that's right for your skin tone, for your attitude, the one that makes you really, really happy. For me, it's usually pinks, but I know a lot of people don't like doing pinks on their eyes because they feel that it makes them look a little rabbity. Now I'm going to take this B01. I think this was a concealer brush, and it might be in the concept store, and I'm going with something a little bit warmer, so I'm not using all one color. And let me know if you want me to do another video doing just blush, but one color, because that was initially the concept. It's just that I was so pleased with the look that I got the other day, which I cannot remember. So there's a little bit of pink, not too much, and I feel that it makes me look like I got a little bit of sun, and that's what it's all about for me. Looking like I got sun without the danger of actually getting the sun. I hope you guys are having a really nice summer so far. I noticed personally the traffic was such an amazing difference. You can hear a dog barking in the background. This is an enormous Great Dane who lives 3 doors down, and his bark really carries. He's bored, I think. But lately, I feel like people are coming back, and maybe you're coming back too. So now we got a little blush on the eyes, a little blush on the cheeks, and we can do a little bit on the lips as well. But I do feel like I kind of want to bring this color into the cheeks because I'm liking it. So I wiped off this brush, but it's not completely clean. And if you feel that you've overdone your blush, you can go back in with the brush that you used for your foundation. I'm going to connect the brow bone to the cheekbone. You can also, this is kind of like draping. Draping oftentimes means going up high above the brow, but this is, I suppose, a form of draping. And a little too much, so I'm going back in with this. Whatever's on it, I'm going to pounce, not swipe, and makes it, in real life anyway, makes it a little bit more natural. I think the reason why a lot of makeup techniques enjoy popularity is because they do mimic real life. And as we get older, things change. If you look at children, for instance, it's completely normal after they've been out playing to be flush for some skin tones, for some not so much. But if you look at children, and you can really get an idea of where you personally want to put some color, and that will, in effect, bring that youthfulness to you. So before I go on, I need to get rid of some of this shine from my sunscreen. And I have been going nuts for this again. I hope every time I mention it, it's not in stock. This is from Ray Morris. Mine kind of fell apart. It flipped over to this side. I have another one. This is a silicone powder, meaning it's not going to impart any color on your face at all. One of my favorite powders is the Kosas powder, but they don't have a good shade for me, and I can see that color differentiation, which means I have to put the powder all over my face, which I generally don't do. No color, no color. And it's really good in summer. Powder puff. Now I like using these black powder puffs because I can see the product. With the white ones, not so much. And there you have it. It's not going to impart any color. It's not going to make you look weird, and it's not going to get into lines and wrinkles. it's kind of the perfect powder. It is expensive, but I think it's worth it. And in the summertime, really, really love it. See how it just kind of takes care of that shine. There's still a radiance, but it's not as shiny. So I will link that below. I hope it's in stock. Anything left? A little here. For me, finishing everything up, I have to do brows. I have to do a little mascara. I got to do something. So we're going to do that now. All right. I did some mascara, I did a little bit of tight lining, and I did a little bit of brows, and it's beginning to come together. It is warm today. I am shooting early, hoping to avoid the heat, but you can see maybe I'm a little more glowy than anybody wants to be. So I'm just going to finish up doing a little bit of something on the lip, and I am going to go in with this same thing on my eyes, and the same thing that I've added for blush to that first color, and just tap off a little bit, not all, of that remedy, and on the lip. So this is a little lighter than I had hoped for. Yeah, I don't really like nudes on me all that much. So I'm going to go in with this color, which I used as blush. So that's kind of the same color I have going on my lips. So I'm almost doing the video that really it's about, which is one color of blush all over the face. But I feel that this has a very fresh, easy, she might not be wearing makeup kind of a look. And I'm going to just go over the puff again. There's not any more product left, but oh, you know, I'm going to put some product on because I need to share this with you. I don't think I've ever shared this with you. I love this under the eyes, so I'm picking some more up just on the tip. And I got a little bit of troughing on that side, but it's not too bad on the other side. Just a teeny bit. A great way to do under your eyes without getting more product like powder, things that can crease. Just one thing, blush. For an easy summer look, I imagine this would be great with any kind of outdoor party, be it a barbecue or a pool party. Obviously, you can't get into the water when you're doing something like this. A sundress, it's easy, it's breezy, it's not making a statement, but it looks really, really nice. And I think it is really on the edge of, is she wearing makeup? Now, you could, and I think I will, get a brush. This is a goat, and just do a little bit of blending. This isn't terribly clean. There's some stain in here that it's not going to transfer to my lip, and I'm really kind of buffing this color in, which will help it look more like it's my lip color. You could also just do this and blot off, but I think that's a little bit more, your natural lip color is so nice. It's not my natural lip color. You guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope it inspired you to play around with your blushes, and it inspired you to put together a simple look that isn't necessarily simple to do, but it's simple on the eye. It isn't, oh, there's contour, there's bronzer, there's this, there's that. It looks like so much makeup because it is, but it's easy on the eye when someone's looking at you because it's a monochromatic kind of look that just looks more casual, more easy, more summer. And that's it. Again, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be smart and safe. And by the way, my neighbor got COVID, so I'm going to keep on saying that forever, I think. And yeah, be smart, be safe, and I'm wishing you good health.